This is my first video in the new year, 2019. I am so excited for this year, and I quickly want to say, just real quick, I hope that you guys all have an incredible year. Like, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you guys all have a fantastic year. So I thought to open up this year, I would do a video that was very, very highly requested a while back, and this was the hardest video that I've ever put together in my life, because today I'm going to be showing you guys my 10 fragrances for life. I've chosen just 10 from my collection that I would be genuinely sad if I could. I would be genuinely sad if I couldn't wear these fragrances again. I would be pretty sad. So there's no order. These are just my 10 fragrances for life, and I've got to calm it down. If I'm going to be honest though, I feel like this list would be totally different if you guys asked me to film this in June. I feel like the list would just be totally different, but this is just my 10 fragrances for life at this point in time. So I'm going to stop rambling and just get straight into it. Like I said, there is no order whatsoever. It's very similar to my favorite perfumes. Like, I feel like the list is like almost the same, so I feel kind of bad about that, but I'm just going to go on. So the first one is Unwashed Sunshine. I talk about it a lot. Every time I smell it, I can't help but smile. It's very intoxicating. It has white tobacco and almond and osmanthus. It smells very apricot-y to me, like there's a definite apricot kind of vibe, and I do really smell the white tobacco. It feels like, I know this is like a really weird thing because a fragrance, I guess, can't really be a texture, but it smells kind of like chewy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's just kind of the vibe that it gives me. It's really amazing though. It's sweet, it's kind of sticky, it's got that kind of tobacco vibe, but not tobacco in a traditional sense. It's definitely not smoky or anything too manly. It's just intoxicating, and on the skin, it is absolutely incredible. So Unwashed Sunshine, I would be devastated if I could not wear this fragrance again. I wear this one a lot. I've actually made a pretty hefty dent in this because I can see through it, and I'm nervous to run out of this because that's expensive. Like, this fragrance is very expensive. Okay, next up we have a Chanel, and it is Coco Noir. This was really hard for me to just pick one Chanel because I'm kind of going through a Chanel phase in my life. I'm feeling very Chanel, je ne sais quoi. At this stage in my life, I'm feeling very Chanel, but I think the one that I probably couldn't live without is Coco Noir, just because I'm actually wearing it today. It just fits my lifestyle and what I want to smell like at this point in my life. It is a rose patchouli scent. It's got a certain like professionalism to it, which I really love about it. It's rose, it's patchouli, it's juicy, it's a tiny bit sweet, but I wouldn't consider it like a sweet fragrance. In the dry down, it does turn a little bit sweet, but it has resins, which gives it a little bit of like a sourness. It's got that, like I said, that rose and patchouli, and it's like a juicy, wet, damp patchouli, and it's just a fragrance that I absolutely adore, and I could not live without this at all. Next up is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. Like I said, guys, this is a very similar list to my favorites video. I think there's like one or two that are different, so I do feel bad, but I'm not going to lie to you guys, these are the 10 that I couldn't live without. So Oud Satin Mood, a lot of you guys have actually purchased this because of me, and I've had some really amazing messages from you guys of how much that you adore this scent. I've received quite a few questions about this one, whether I believe that it's unisex or not. Guys, any fragrance is unisex. I don't need to say that, but to me, Oud Satin Mood definitely smells a little bit more feminine to me personally. Like, I see this one much more of a feminine fragrance, to be honest with you guys, than like a unisex scent. But like I said, wear whatever you want. So Oud Satin Mood, it is a beautiful, very, very, very sweet candied rose. I don't really get too much oud in this fragrance, if I'm going to be honest. To me, it's a really, like I said, a really, really sweet candied rose. It has rose and benzoin and vanilla, which benzoin is one of my favorite notes in the entire world. So is vanilla. You guys already know this. And it's just absolutely incredible. Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood, definitely a fragrance that I couldn't be without for sure. Okay, so next up is Guerlain's Tonka Imperial. Now, I know it looks like I haven't gone through this, but I actually had a sample, so I'm now kind of working my way through the bottle. I feel like if you do like the same fragrances as me, you'll probably like every single fragrance in this list, so I really highly recommend that you go and check it out. But please, guys, Tonka Imperial is so incredible. You just have to go and smell it. To me, it smells like a buttery tonka bean. There is definitely this like butterscotch vibe to it. It's got tonka, it's got almond, it's got incense, but it's just very smooth, and it kind of just rounds out to this overall kind of sweet butterscotch scent that is very smooth and very sensual, and it's just an incredible fragrance. I'm definitely a Guerlain fangirl, but that doesn't sway my opinion. This one is definitely the fragrance from Guerlain that I probably couldn't live without. So Tonka Imperial from Guerlain, definitely check it out. It really is an incredible scent. Okay, so next up is Killian's Back to Black. Again, I've talked about this one a lot. Honey, cherry, tobacco, very sweet, powdery, incredible, delicious, intoxicating kind of scent. I do get a lot of compliments whenever I wear this one. I only really wear this one at night. I think it's a little bit in your face to wear like day to day. If you like gourmands, if you're a little bit more of a daring person and you like gourmands, definitely check this one out. It's not going to be for everyone because it is a very strong and in your face kind of scent. I know that some of you guys watching this will absolutely adore Back to Black from by Killian. I really have quite a lot of by Killians on my list, to be honest, so maybe in 2019 I'll end up purchasing them, but like I said, they are very expensive, but I do have quite a few of them on my little wish, not really little, it's like 10 pages long on my wish list. This one is very self-explanatory. It is Alien. I absolutely adore Alien, and this is a scent that I will go on to purchase for the rest of my life, for sure. I think it is absolutely incredible. It is intoxicating, it's captivating, it is jasmine, it's amber. I've heard some people say it's very synthetic, and yes, this fragrance is synthetic. It does smell synthetic when you first spray it on, but there is something about Alien that is just magnificent. I have no words for this fragrance. You're gonna either love it or hate it. I definitely feel like this is the sort of fragrance that is quite polarizing to some, and some people love it and adore it like me. Like, this is genuinely one of my favorite fragrances ever, but some people absolutely hate it. So definitely try it out. It's not going to be for everyone, but in my opinion, Alien is the sort of fragrance that you have to spray it on your skin. Smelling it from a card doesn't do anything for this fragrance. You've got to spray it on you, spray it in your hair, walk around and see the reactions that you get or how you feel about it when you wear it. But when I wear it, I literally feel like I feel unstoppable when I wear Alien. I feel really sexy, which not a lot of fragrances make me feel sexy, but this fragrance definitely does. So Alien from Mugler, I highly, highly recommend that, obviously. Next, of course, this was going to be in the list. It is from Lancome and it is Oud Bouquet. Again, I feel like so many of you guys, especially the girls, so many of you have gone out and bought this, and I've seen loads of your reviews on Fragrantica, and I love hearing your feedback, guys, that you have bought this because of me. And most of you guys, I'll probably say like 85 to 90% of you absolutely love it, and some people don't. But to me, this is the sort of fragrance that you have to kind of work with it, especially if you're used to fragrances like Chanel, Coco Mademoiselle, and a lot more lighter scents like that. Just keep testing it. Keep wearing it out, and if you don't fall in love with it, then you don't fall in love with it. But I can guarantee that most of you will fall in love with this if you just kind of work with it a little bit, because I do remember very like vividly when I first smelled it, I was shocked and I didn't really get what I was smelling and I wasn't too sold on it, but the more and more that I wore it, the more and more I fell in love with it. And now whenever I smell it, it's still one of those fragrances that I smell it and it blows my mind, like totally blows my mind. I think it's incredible. And if you don't know how it smells, it's a bit smoky, a bit incensey, it's sweet, it's syrupy, it's sticky. It is just everything that I personally want in a fragrance, and that is Oud Bouquet. I don't have to mention it, but this is like my biggest compliment getter ever. It's an incredible scent. Definitely could not live without this one, like for sure. This is a fragrance that I will be purchasing numerous backup bottles of this year, which is rare. I don't usually purchase backup bottles, but like I said, if I ran out of this and I couldn't find it anywhere, I would be pretty sad. Okay, so next up is another one of my favorites you guys already know, Parfums de Marly Delina. I talk about it all the time. I'm sorry if it's getting annoying, but I adore this scent so much. Delina and Oud Bouquet are probably the only two fragrances that I will be getting backup bottles of, because both of them, like I said, I cannot live without. Delina It's incredible. It's rose, it's peony, it's very velvety. I've said that numerous times. It's got a very velvety feel to it. It's very smooth, like beautiful, smooth, niche quality, kind of mass appealing fragrance. So I feel like that's kind of the way that a lot of the Parfums de Marly fragrances lean. They're very mass appealing, but very high quality. And when I say high quality, I know that these fragrances are high quality. If you can't already tell, I'm a bit of a fangirl of Parfums de Marly fragrances. I think that they are all incredible. You can smell the quality. You can smell the quality in these fragrances. Yes, they're pretty mass appealing. Like I would say Delina is quite a mass appealing scent. And I don't have to mention this again. Men, this is hands down my most complimented fragrance from men. Same with Oud Bouquet, but I'd probably say Parfums de Marly and Delina is just like on top. So Delina, it smells like rose and peony and lychee. So it's a beautiful, smooth floral with this kind of sour rhubarb note in the background. There's definitely like this little sour punch to it that I adore. And there's definitely like that lychee note in there too, just in the background. So Delina from Parfums de Marly, I will be getting a backup bottle. And I'm also getting Delina exclusive. I keep getting questions. I adore them both. I've tried them both. I love them both. I don't know which one I prefer yet, but I will be getting Delina exclusive as well because, like I said, I love the House of Parfums de Marly. So 2 more fragrances that I cannot live without. The first one is Shiseido's Zen. Now, I can't explain to you guys how much I adore this, and I really want you guys to go and smell it if you haven't smelled it already. It is incredible. It is a beautiful, juicy, juicy, juicy pineapple patchouli. It's just incredible. It smells very similar to Coco Mademoiselle in my personal opinion, but to be honest with you guys, I like this one a little bit more because it's not as feminine as Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. Coco Mademoiselle obviously has the floral aspect, it has some fruitiness, it's got a little bit more going on, whereas Shiseido's Zen to me is a little bit more zesty. It's a little bit more like citrusy, zesty kind of vibe. It's a little bit more like fresh and a bit more light and uplifting, which I really love about it. It definitely suits its name, like Zen, because whenever I wear it, I do, like I know this is like really weird, but it does kind of put me in a calm mood. It is a really beautiful fragrance that does go under the radar because it is a lot more of an older fragrance, but it doesn't smell old at all. It doesn't smell dated. It does really smell quite similar to Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle, but like I said, it doesn't have any floral in there. It's more of like a clean, zesty citrus with the patchouli and the pineapple and the grapefruit. It's just incredible. And my mum wanted me to tell you guys, like she wanted me to tell you, this is her biggest compliment getter in her little collection. Okay, and then the final fragrance is Lancôme La Nuit Trésor. I actually felt like I probably could live without this for a certain period of time. Like the beginning of this year, I stopped wearing this fragrance and I didn't miss it at all. But then as soon as I picked it back up and as soon as I started wearing it, I said, what have I been doing? Like, what have I been doing? I miss this. I love this. Some people call it generic. Some people call it basic. To me, it is not. To me personally, I do really think that this is a beautiful fragrance. I think it does the job better than any of the other fragrances in this sort of category of those kind of fruity patchouli scents. This one is the best in my personal opinion. There are a lot of fruity patchoulis that it's annoying. Like, please stop coming out with fruity patchouli fragrances because we're all sick of it. We want something new. But in my opinion, this one is the best because it's strong, it's long lasting, it's a big compliment getter. It just ticks off every single box that you need. And to me, it's just, like I said, it's one of the best. Like, I don't recommend Black Opium by YSL. I don't recommend that at all. Or even Love Your Belle. I recommend this one because, like I said, it does the job better than all the other fragrances in the same category. So La Nuit Trésor from Lancôme, I didn't even say how it smells. You guys probably know by now. Fruity patchouli, it's lychee, it's caramel, it's praline, it's strawberry. There's a bunch of different notes in here. It's just amazing. And I can't say enough good things. So that was it. That was my 10 fragrances for life. I'm almost getting like anxiety filming this video because I feel like there probably could have been a few swap and changes, but at the end of the day, this is my 10. This is my 10 at this current moment in time. If you guys asked me to do it in June, the list would definitely be different, but at this point in time, this is my 10 fragrances for life. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what my 10 fragrances were for life. What a banging start That sounded really wrong. What a great start to 2019 with this video. This was a hard ass video for me to film. Like I said earlier, this was very difficult. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.